So this is where I'm going to start our Sydney Jumping Association Polo Fields show vlog. I was going to do it a bit earlier, but I kind of forgot, and I just got on Capone for his like little pre-ride before the show tomorrow. It's Friday and I've got to wash all of them, ride them. I've got to even hold some horses for a farrier for someone, and I've got to pack the truck and, you know, do all of that fun stuff. So I thought, you know, may as well vlog it. Giving Capone just a little bit of a warm up. He's just walking around the track. Yeah, I'll try and see if I can like get someone to film me while I give him a little flat ride. Maybe pop him over something, just make sure his brain's working for tomorrow. Yeah, look at him. Good boy. He's quite dirty. But he feels good. We had a lesson on Wednesday with my coach, just to make sure he's feeling all good, and both of them, Mandela. And he jumped so well. I got him into some not so good places. I wasn't riding too well, but he saved my ass, which he normally tries to, but sometimes he can say, hey, I'm not feeling like that. But he's super. Ella, again, super. She's very feisty, but they had a few days off before that, so wasn't expecting her not to be. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's our first show in like 6 months since Camden. They're in the 1 meter and 1 meter 15. Never done a 115 on either of them, so I've never done a 115 in my life, so it could be interesting. It could be fun. You know, maybe if I fall off, I might not post this. That'll be fun for me to edit this later if I do fall off. Yeah, so I think they should be good. It's always fun to go out. Missed it. And yeah, so I guess I'll see you probably after my ride in Capone, and do a little vlog on what I wash him with. I'll wash both of them. Putting in stables in tonight. I've got to do up a stable that hasn't been used in ages, so that'll all be vlogged. Get excited. Yes. He loves his walks around the track. There's like a track that goes around the arena. It's just there. And I warmed him up on this because he's got an injury, so I want to make sure all of his muscles are warmed up before he goes in. Yeah. And also the mane trim, and not trim, it's actually looking half decent, but it needs to be looked a bit nicer, you know. See you. Too much grass. I just rode him, and he was a good boy. He was very spooky though, so, and this is at home, so I'm like, what are you going to be like tomorrow? Probably more spooky. But he was actually quite good. He ended on a good note, which I was happy with. Where do you think we're going? We're going to go this way. We'll go this way. Don't hit the tree. He doesn't really like the wash bay, not driving. Good boy. He's having a stick. He's a bit sweaty. There you go, he's sweaty, so needs to have a good wash. I'll probably time lapse this.
Is she the one you've been waiting for? Is she the one? Is she the one you've been dreaming of? Is she the one? I'm tired of staying up all night with you on my mind. Still I'm laying here, yeah, I'm laying in the shirt you used to like. No, I shouldn't mind. All I think about is
we're back with a washed horse. Okay. It's good, like a wet rat. He's not quite done, he's just got his soaking in pepper sugar. Looks pretty shiny. It's pretty good. So, Hone is drying off. He's just having a nice little graze. Because I don't want to put him back out in the paddock while he's a bit wet. Because he'll just roll, won't he? No. He's got some friends. Yeah, he looks pretty good. He's not very white, but don't need that absolutely. So just brought Capone in, give him his mane up brush, which is nice in the face. Hair brush, and I'm actually currently going to pick out his studs for tomorrow. So I can move them in, fill them with cotton wool, and that way I don't have to be stressing tomorrow if they. So I just wear them both. Look at Capone's mouth. He's terrible to them. So whereas Ella is super. So his is a bit messy. And he's taller for me, so it's a bit hard. But both cute. He stayed pretty clean apart from a couple of things on his thing. Stop! She doesn't like you. So yells. I need to get her in and wash her, but it's starting to rain. I hope to have barrier. It's a bit dodgy, isn't it, else? I need to bring you in. So, it's been a while since I've seen you guys, but currently just washing Ella, just hosing her down. She's a bit dirty. Wash. I'll probably time lapse it, and yeah, super excited. So cool.
To be young and in love in New York City. Do not know who I am, but still know that I'm good long as you're here with me. To be drunk and in love in New York City. Midnight into morning coffee, burning through the hours talking. Damn, I like me better when I'm with you. I like me better when I'm with you. I knew from the first time I stayed for a long time, 'cause I like me better when.
Hi guys, it's actually show day, and I woke up late, so I'm doing this while I'm getting ready. So I'm all dressed. Obviously, but yeah, and we're leaving because I'm not in the first class there, but there are two horses that are, and one of them's actually first in the first class. We've got a stud, etc. So that's going to take a bit of time. So I'm wearing my new Penelope shirt, which is really nice. I really like it. I got it the last show we went to was just Camden, and then I had nowhere to wear it. And then my job is sorry, I like really shitty ankle, from Cavalier to Scana. Oh, I put socks on. So, I'm currently sitting in bed editing this vlog, and I'm like, I didn't vlog that much, so that's a bit awkward. I'll put this in like before my actual rounds, because it was a very stressful morning, because we got them all on, it was all good, and Ella was first on, and she's not normally first on, she's normally at the back because she can turn better than all the other horses, like for the very end one. But we put her at the front, she's a very good traveller, you know, we were like, yeah, she'll be fine. We got 5 minutes, 10 minutes into the trip, and we just heard this huge, like, because we were actually in the truck, we heard this huge, like, scrambling and everything, and we were like, shit. So I ran and opened the door to the horses so I could, like, see them. I had no shoes on because I was just so worried, like, something had happened, especially with Capone. I'm, like, very paranoid. And she put her foot through because she was scrambling. She put her foot through and absolutely crushed all my toe. My toe, I think, is broken. I had to get an x-ray. It's not ideal. I've got, the foot was purple and bleeding and everything. It's not good. So then we had to stop on the side of the road and unload them all. And we got Ella off. She had a bit of a cut, but nothing severe, like she was fine. And we gave her just something to calm her down, and we then loaded them again. Then we had to unload them again because the horse didn't want to turn on the end, so then Ella had to go on the end, and she was a bit funny with the turns, but she calmed down and she was perfect on the way back. So it was just a bit of a freak accident. She likes to spread her legs, and she hit a wall, and she then leans and tries to sit down, like it's all very stressful. But they both went on to do very well in their classes, so I'll probably do a voiceover in my classes, but I thought I'd add this in there and just say I'm sorry I forgot to vlog any of the day. It was stressful, and yeah, it was just a bit all over the place. So yes. So this is Ella's 1 meter round. It was overall very good. I just made a silly mistake and she had a rail, which I shouldn't be doing at this level, but I turned in the air and she had it down because I was trying to go quick, which was silly of me. But she felt super. She felt like she was taking me to the fences, which on grass she's not always like that because she's very sensitive about her feet, but the grounds were so good and it was such a lovely show. Very nice and double. Here I tried to turn in the air which was super silly of me to make a silly turn. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, anyways, felt super, got a bit deep into the double, had to push it. Yeah, but overall, very happy. And the reason she doesn't have boots on is because she had a cut and we didn't want it to get infected, because we have more shows coming up and it's not worth risking for a 1 meter to put boots on. Yeah, she finished very well. I was very happy. Now with Capone's round, none of us were sure how this was going to go because he was very freaky in the warm-up and was just not himself. So I was kind of just going in with the mindset of hopefully just taking him around nicely, you know, trying to relax him before, because he had the 115.
But he actually went above everyone's expectations and went clear, and placed. He came 5th. So that was unexpected but very nice. Yeah, I think I also learnt in this that my body language really affects it. Oh, that was a terrible distance. And I need to stay really relaxed and calm him down, because if I get worked up, then he's the type of horse that also gets worked up. He was so good in the doubles, really backed himself off. Yeah, he was just jumped really well. I didn't ride very well, so he was jumping super. He jumped this really well, tried to get his legs up. Yeah, but in the doubles I was getting him quite forward into them and he was backing himself up and trying not to touch them, which was good. I kind of was like, oh, he's actually going well, I can like actually kind of go for time. Didn't do any inside turns though on him, because I would have bent his confidence. But he took the long one there. Such a good boy. And now we are on to Ella's 115. I think I counted around for a little bit because I wanted to get the energy levels up on her, because that's what you need on her. She's only little at the jump. Slightly bigger fences, she does need more energy than most. Yeah, sorry, I counted around for ages because I was waiting for the bell to ring and that girl to go out of the ring. Which she did now, when I think the bell rang. Gave her a tap before the first one, but she was just a bit dead to the leg. She's a bit tired, it was so hot up there, and we are not used to that. But the feeling she gives over these fences when they're bigger is incredible. And we had another rider rail down this line where I didn't choose which, the 5 or the 6, and I just kind of sat there. So that was all my fault, and so was the other one. But she jumped the rest of the course so well. And this is my first ever 115. So I was quite nervous, but Ella is such a good pony. She just took me around. She's such a legend. This line coming up was quite difficult. I've never, I don't know, you'll see it. You had to go to a double, but for Ella I had to do the direct 10 because I wanted her to have enough energy to get out of the double. But you had to cut, it came out of a weird angle, and that also was massive, but she jumped it super. And then the last was a vertical, and she jumped it so well, and lots of pats and cuddles. And then we had Capone. We made a plan that if he wasn't going well, I'd just retire after the 8th jump. There was like a time to retire, so I'd do that. But Capone went above everyone's expectations and actually went bloody clear. He's so clever, this horse, and he's such a good boy. Literally never would have thought this horse would have taken me clear around a 115. Yeah, he's just so clever. And in the doubles really backed himself up again at the bigger height, and I got him so deep to the Liverpool and he just jumped it. He just I gave him a pat after it and I was like, oh my god, good boy. Yeah, I was just so happy. He's just, oh, I can't even describe it with his injury and everything. It was just amazing for him to go clear. I was thinking here whether or not to retire because that was the 8th jump, but I was like, no, he seems to be going so well. I'll continue going. And he did this line so well. I was so shocked. Walked out of the ring and I was like, what? Oh, even my coach, we were all so happy, which is just amazing. And he jumped, his back end even came over after that one. And I gave him a long one to the last. You can see me, I'm like, oh, such a good boy. So I'm once again back here editing because I started editing it and then I had exams and I just like kind of forgot, not gonna lie. But I didn't film an outro. I'm really bad at this whole like vlogging thing. I need to get better. But they all went well. I've got a show on Saturday. They're in the 110, the 90 and 110. So that should be good. Maybe I'll vlog it. Stop. Anyway, but I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and follow us on Instagram.